gaming and esports have been trending in popularity lately due to promotion of online networking and competition. What makes it different that esports are from traditional sports that they both have fans that support their favorite players and teams from across the world. Esport players can have contracts binded to them for a team to play for millions of dollars, or their organization get funded by sponsorships that give them money to build a great team. What makes it different that these esports teams play for a grand prize and look to promote their brand, just like any other sport. Now, esports has been relatively new and it's been often seen as a non-traditional sport. But I'm here to discuss the legacy behind some esport gamers and how it's so important in today's society. Now, why did I choose this game, League of Legends? Well, League of Legends is a 5v5 team game that I've been playing for about 4 years, and the goal of it is that as 5, you are trying to destroy the enemy team space from the outside inwards. And in order to do this, you need to get kills, gold, and objectives, anything to get an advantage on the enemy team. But this is much easier said than done, because on the other team they have also 5 players looking to do the same thing as you. But just like sports, there's a whole layer of this in competitive gaming. Both teams would have a head coach, they would have a manager, they would have a director of what's good or not in their games, and they have to build strategies in order to outplay and outmaneuver the enemy team. And the beauty about League of Legends is that it's a game that changes every week, month. Something changes and it forces players to adapt. And just like any other athlete, they have to adapt in order to get the best conditions to win or to get an advantage. And that's just fascinating to me. And esports gamers are often seen as not athletes, even though their job is equally taxing mentally and sometimes physically as well. And one of my favorite stories recently is that an esports League of Legends player by the name of Huang Feng has built a legacy within himself from placing in the world's competition. What I just showed you was the finals, of the final moments of the last game of the top 2 teams in the world going up against each other. And one of the players was Huang Feng, suffering from poverty and being abandoned by his parents at a very young age. He took League of Legends, his passion, and turned it into some sort of job. And he played, got scouted for a team, and eventually made it to the big stage, and became an underdog to win it all. Unfortunately, his team placed second, but he still won part of the prize pool, and he inspired lots of new players and rookies to follow his path of being a pro player. Now, not everyone is built to be a professional player in their desired game. As for me, I decided to be more casual and join amateur leagues, as I do not think I have the talent to play professionally. In order to play professionally, you have to be scouted by an organization, you have to play within the top 200 players of your region, and you also have to balance out your academics if you're in the age of college. But for me, being an amateur player, I still got the experience to play with coaches, talk to different players from colleges and organizations, and join an in-state team to play in tournaments. I go to Bellevue Square to play for my own team and win in-game prizes from there. And no matter how much experience you put into a game, you can always devote more time into it and get good enough to play at a certain level. And that's why I really like the game League of Legends and all the stuff that has to offer. The legacy behind each player is fascinating to learn about, with coming from different countries and backgrounds, learning about their different strategies they came up with, development of the 10-year-old game itself. There's a lot of opportunities for growth and potential. And what makes it so impactful for me is that no matter what you can do, whether it be coaching, be an actual player, you can be a social media director for an organization, there's a whole bunch of paths that lead from the world of esports. And people tend to overlook it as it's very niche. But I think for the people that are very interested in it, they can pursue something that they really enjoy, especially if it's a game or a team that they really like.